Look, I have been saying, and yesterday we had put out there a war game in our Indian military review where we had war game the option, and we had clearly said that Donetsk and Luhansk are not the red lines of the Russian state. They have demanded in writing that NATO and United States give written guarantees that Ukraine will not be incorporated into NATO, that no offensive weapons will be put there. When those red lines are not met, he had been threatening that he would attack, and now he has made a declaration of war. So I'm sorry, let's not talk of peace and let's not talk of this thing. That is the situation on the ground. Putin has made a clear declaration of war as used to be done in the 19th, 20th century. Before launching operation, he has gone on to global television, he's gone on to his national television, announced globally that he is going to attack Ukraine. And we had said yesterday, please see the article we have uploaded on the net. We had said that he is going to go for a full-scale option. That is what you see panning out now. To our mind, there will be action in Kharkiv. We are just waiting for ground reports to come in to see what is the follow-up to this. But the simple fact is that NATO had deserted Ukraine, left it to its own fate. All they have said is they will impose economic sanctions. They started imposing them in a graduated manner. The first tranche of sanctions was announced by President Biden, and the Germans said they have cut off the Nord 2 pipeline. They are not certifying the Nord 2 pipeline. That is all. There is going to be no boots on the ground in Ukraine from NATO as of now, or the United States. They have reinforced the other NATO members who have recently or who have in the past joined Latvia, etc. They have been putting token troop deployments, not large. So Ukraine is on its own. It was egged on by the United States, by NATO to fight, and it has now been left in the lurch. Even as Abdul Ghani was in Afghanistan, left absolutely in the lurch. Economic sanctions have not so far deterred Putin, because when strategic stakes are involved, countries are prepared to accept economic pain of a very high order. They are prepared to accept economic pain of a very high order. For the past 2 decades plus, Russia has been under sanctions. It has not deterred it from taking an independent line. It had declared Georgia and Ukraine as its red lines. When they tried to provoke in Georgia in 2008, it had attacked Georgia, taken it in 4 days, and made the 2 oblasts or the provinces of Ossetia and Abkhazia independent, declared them independent and came out. It done the same thing now, but now it is going in for a large-scale offensive. I would think that the aim would be regime change. There are 3 options that we have clearly spelled out.
Right.
One is the option of Georgia Redux, in which Russia will advance from the line of contact to the borders of Donetsk and Luhansk. That is a very limited option.
Absolutely.
Maybe from Crimea they would attack from the rear. The limited war option is go for Kharkiv, go for Mariupol, the port cities of Mariupol and the port city of Odessa, and go in and absorb Luhansk and Donetsk. The full-scale option is with attacks onto Kyiv, the capital. Now that sanctions have already been imposed partially, but they're just going to convert them fully, I would reckon that there is nothing to restrain Russia from going the full option. His troops have been lying in the open, in the cold for the last 3 months plus.
Right.
He can't just keep them indefinitely there. He showed his willingness to negotiate, but he has held intensive negotiations with Macron of France, the Chancellor of Germany, the President Biden himself.